Another day, another Maker event, and you have to excuse two things. One, the camera angle, which is different, and two, the audio to video sync issue we've got at the minute. It ain't great. So if I wave my hand across the screen now, it's about 2 seconds. It still works though. Anyway, I've got something to show you. So let's bring it up on the screen now. Here we have nanoBASIC for the Uno. Yes, basic for the Arduino Uno. Anything that uses an ATmega 328P will run this. And I have to say, it's good fun. So it's a version of BASIC for the Arduino Uno. So you're writing code in BASIC, which is great, on an Uno. What's not to like? This is also the obligatory Arduino Uno episode for Maker Advent. Every year we have one, and here it is for this year. I'm not going to go through all the installation process. It's detailed in the GitHub repo. You can read it, understand it, install it. It's a doddle. If you can do anything with an Arduino in the IDE, you can do this. What I want to show you is this. So I've got some code just underneath me. That is the syntax for this version of BASIC. I'm just going to go into a terminal now. I'm going to use TO, which is my favorite terminal tool, and nanoBASIC Uno version 0.17 been installed on this Arduino Uno compatible board. This is the Citron Maker Uno board. Why have I chosen this one? Because it's got built-in LEDs for the GPIO pins, so you can see the state of a pin at a glance. You can see if it's on, so it's lit up, or off, and it's turned off. Not much more needed than Arduino Uno, but really good. I do rate the Citron stuff really highly. I've got quite a lot of it. Anyway, this is my test machine. So I'm going to show you that you can do standard BASIC with this. So if I go to, let's see, print. Hello. Hello, there you go. 1 + 1. Syntax error. Oh, hey. It just acts like BASIC. Now I've got saved into the EEPROM of that Uno some code that's detailed below me. So I'm just going to load that code now. It's ready. I'm going to go step by step through this code so you can see how it works. So I've got program. There's two ways of running this version of BASIC on the Uno. There is an interactive method like a REPL where you just type in a command and it spits out an answer, which is what we've just done for print hello. And there's also a program mode where you write a program line by line and then you run it. So after program, we need to do something. And then I've used a for loop in the basic syntax for I equals 2 to 13. So between 2 and 13, you need to do whatever I say in this for loop. Print the value of I, so it's going to show us the actual number that it's on. Out P I1, output, turn the GPIO pin on, whichever number we've chosen, so 2 to start with, comma 1. The 1 means on. Next one's delay 10, delay for 100th of a second. I had to do the maths then. If out P I, comma 1 means on, then out P I, comma 0 means off. There you go. So turn the GPIO pin off, pause for another 100th of a second, and then we type in next to go to the next part of the for loop. So 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 4, 4, 5. You get where I'm going. So we'll iterate through all those numbers between 2 to 13, and then, when all of that's done, it goes to the next for loop for I equals 13 to 2. And then we have an extra argument called step -1. So between 13 and 2, count backwards in steps of 1. Print the value of I. Turn that GPIO pin on. So 13, then 12, then 11. Delay for 1/100th of a second. Not easy to say that. Turn the output off. Delay it again. Iterate to the next step in the for loop. And that's it. But now we need to add loop, which will say, okay, do all that again. So it goes right the way back to the start of the for loop for I equals 2 to 13 and starts again. And the last one is hash. Just basically says, right, we're done programming. So all of that is loaded into this Arduino Uno. Well, sorry, this Maker Uno, I should say. If I type in list, you can see that code. So I'm going to type in run and hold this up to the camera, and you should see the LEDs along this side. Ooh, what happened there? That was weird. All right, it happened. Let's make sure the code still works. Load, yep. List, yep. We're doing this pretty much live. Now let's run. And you can see the numbers going up and down, up and down, up and down. And you should see, keep putting it to the wrong camera, but the LEDs are going up and down. Now it looks like 2 are stuck on actually. Now 1 is, we've got a fault from before. Curse of a live demo. Let's do that again. I want to show it in its best possible way. So I'm going to disconnect, reconnect, so I know all the GPIO pins are now off. Type in load, type in run, and go to OBS so I can see it. There you go. The curse of a live demo is broken. Don't know what happened there, but it happened. We'll keep it in the video because it's still a learning experience. This is why I chose Cytron's Maker Uno board. The built-in LEDs, we can see something happening without having to do any electronics. This is why, if you're going to get an Uno for the first time, you get one of these. Well, there we go, basic on an Arduino Uno. It's great fun, I love it. And, you know, I wish I could do a little bit more with this in the time that I've got, but it's getting a bit late today, so I need to get this video done. Yes, it can read inputs. Yes, it can read analog inputs as well. And there's a whole bit in the README that says what it can and can't do, so read through that, have a good go. But if you want to teach basics to someone for a bit of a laugh, get an Uno. Any Uno will do. Anything you've got in the drawer that says Uno or has an 80 mega 328p will work. And that's it for today. I'll see you later. Ta-da.